More and more men, and women for that matter, choose to travel light when running errands to the drugstore, convenience store, gas station, or grocery store. The minimal wallet is just right for today's lifestyle. It holds currency, license, credit cards all in one small convenient place, and it's very easy to make as well. To make my minimal wallet, I have selected a piece of 3 to 4 ounce vegetable tanned cowhide, and I have traced from the available pattern the outline onto some tracing film. And so next I will take my sponge and I will dampen the leather, and then I will wait a few minutes for the water to penetrate. And when it begins to return to its natural color, then we will make our tracing. My leather is now beginning to return to its natural color, so we can start our tracing. Please note that I have clipped the tracing film to the leather to aid in the accuracy of my tracing, and I will use a straight edge to do most of this tracing. Notice there are some dotted lines on here. Now you can trace them as dotted lines, or if you can remember, you can trace them as solid lines. But they will be for gouging, not for cutting. So we will continue with our tracing. And now we will carefully mark the position where we will punch holes to attach a snap. And now, as you can see, we have a very nice tracing of our pattern onto the leather. On this project, we will have 4 places where we'll have an inside curve or an inside corner. So to make that easier for cutting, I'm going to take a very small 1/16 inch punch and punch a hole at each of those corners. And now, once again using my straight edge and a good sharp knife, I will cut all of the lines. Please note that I'm cutting away from where the holes are. This will eliminate any danger of overcutting into the corner. For the cutout here for the thumb, I will use a leather shears to cut that. Next, I will use a 1/8 inch round drive punch, and I will punch the holes where we will set the snap parts. Next, I will use the round corner punch, and I will round off the corners, as you can see. Next, I will turn the piece over, and with a ruler and a soft pencil or a pen, I will mark the gouge lines. We will have one on the bottom front, one on each of the wings. We will not put a gouge line on the top. Next, we will use the adjustable gouge to put a gouge on these lines. And before I do that, I'll use a piece of the leather that we are using for the project, and I will check the depth of my gouge, and it looks right, so we can now carefully gouge these lines. And at this time, if we're going to do any tooling, dyeing, and finishing, now is the time to do it. As you can see, I have stamped some figures on here and an initial, and now the assembly is real easy. It's just a matter of flipping it over. Please note that I've also colored the inside, and we will start by folding the bottom up first, right on the line that we gouged. We will take the male portion of the snap, we'll bring it through one of the wings, as you can see. We'll bring the other wing over, and then we will take the stud portion of the snap and put it on, as you can see. Now, we can take the handle from our snap setter, put it underneath, and then with the driver for the snap setter, we have the snap in place, and it's now binding the two pieces and the front together. Now for the flap, we'll just turn it over, as you can see. We will put the cap through the hole, turn it over, set the dome portion into the anvil, put on the receiver, and with our setter, we will now set this. Notice I'm rotating it as I go, as I get it down until it's tight. And that's all there is to it. Our wallet is finished.